Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new, my name is Courtney. I do digital planning content and I am on my iPad Pro today. I think we all voted that the iPad Pro is better for YouTube just because it's a bigger screen. I will still use my mini from time to time on my YouTube channel, but my mini I think is better on TikTok because the camera is closer. So if you guys don't follow me on TikTok, Digitalcourt over there. Now, today's video is going to be budget related, I think. There's a couple videos I've been wanting to do, and then every time I sit down to film it, I find something else I want to do. So, I'm trying to think what would be best. No, I think I'm going to do the original video. There's a budget thing I want to do. Maybe I'll do it on live today. Okay. So today's video is going to be how to build a daily, how to build a weekly. I think it's an important video for my channel because if you guys are new and you're finding me from YouTube and you're trying to learn my planning method, basically it's kind of a plan as you go kind of thing. And so what that means is for July and all the months ahead that we haven't reached yet, I don't have weeklies. The only reason that's there is because I'm going on a trip. If you look at my overview of my calendar, you'll see in all the months that have already happened, I have about 4 weeklies in between every single month because those are the weeklies that coincide. And they're all funky. They're all very different because that's how I like to do it. Now, I do have this weekly planner spread, which is in my Etsy shop under custom spreads. The layout is done for you. When you buy these templates, one of the templates in the bundle looks like this. And so I basically created like a weekly with different categories like home, work, and like regular plans. So that's an option, but I want to in this video talk about how I more so build these, okay? And this can go for daily and for weekly. They're kind of the same process, okay? So this all really quickly, not to just like jump back a million years, but this all started because I found that so many planners that were in Etsy had like a daily that looked like this. And all the dailies looked like this, okay? That did not work for me. Hourly breakdown, half-hour breakdown. There are days where I feel overwhelmed with my schedule, very few. Where I need something like this, unless sometimes I do it for work. But for my personal life, I really don't feel the need to do this. And so I always felt like the planner wasn't right for me, but I would buy it, I would waste my money on it, and then I wouldn't use it. For me, planners that look more like this make more sense in my brain. What am I getting done in the morning? What am I getting done in the evening? What am I get done in the afternoon? Food, all that kind of stuff. And so I want to kind of talk about some of the things that you'll need when building a planner, my style. So the first category is digital paper. Now in my Etsy shop, if you guys go to my Etsy shop, you'll see decorative paper as one of my categories. Decorative paper is in my how to start digital planning video. I show you guys some different bundles to get. It's so important because it makes it really fun. So I released this yesterday. Let's use one of the new fish for this example. So what you're going to do is you're going to find all the decorative paper that you like. Again, it makes it really fun. I'm going to use this fish one. I'm going to copy it over, 3 dots copy. And then I'm going to go over this example. I'm going to make my daily example, but you guys can do the same kind of thing for weekly. Normally I'm on my first page. Plus sign paste. I always paste the most recent page right after my cover. And then I'm going to split my screen. And I'm going to show you guys some examples of how you can build a daily, okay? Now, in my Etsy shop, in my accessories, I have a couple different packs. So, like, one that comes to mind, especially for a beginner, is this one. Let me find it. This one. This is called the Daily Essentials, and I have Daily Essentials 1 and Daily Essentials 2. So, an example for this is I can come here and I can divide my day by AM, okay, and then I have noon, and then I have PM. So I'm going to do AM, PM. Sometimes I do just that, or if I want like an afternoon. It's kind of just could be like before noon, afternoon kind of thing. So those are some ways I definitely like to divide my day. What do I want to get done in the morning? Maybe I'm having a slow day and I want to have a relaxing morning and then a busy afternoon or vice versa. I can do a little afternoon in between here. Like, you can basically build the layout however you want. Some find that overwhelming, and the people that find that overwhelming and don't have an interest in doing that, go to my Etsy shop and go to the pre-decorated section. We will be making some more of these today on live, but these are some of the things that you would maybe be interested instead of actually buying the sticker packs, okay? If this overwhelms you, this method does let you be really creative. So I like it, but some people don't. So I'm going to grab those 2 stickers, and then I can say, okay, I also want a list of stuff for tomorrow, okay? I love that on a daily. In my future stickies, I have a sticker called tomorrow on here. So on my dailies, I definitely like to have something so that as I think of it and as I'm in my planner throughout the day, I can have a list for the next day. I can also do it if I have time. These sticky notes, as you can see, these plain white sticky notes with my planning method really come in handy because a lot of the time we are using pattern paper. And so even though they look boring on here, and on this background happens to be white on the fish, I still don't think it looks bad. I think it looks cute. But that's why I do a lot of the plain white stickies. I have a bunch of them throughout my shop. We can do some sticky notes. These are sticky notes in like my pink and purple bundle. But if you don't like the colors, I have several other packs of sticky notes. But let's just grab this one. So as you can see, I'm building a daily off of all of my stickers. So within my shop, I have like those daily essentials. I have the sticky notes. I have banners. I wouldn't really put information cards on dailies, but those are more like long-term things. I have the label, so I can come over here and I can say, okay, I want to make this. Let's see if this looks cute. I don't know if it will. You know what? See, you can get creative. I'm going to crop this out. I'm going to crop out this little number. And I'm going to put my shell over here because I think that looks cute. So again, just examples of how I'm using my stickers. These fish stickers are also really cute to do like top 3 tasks of the day. I don't know if those colors look great, but let's try this one. You'll find that with my stuff, sometimes you got to play around and find a color that looks good. And even sometimes I settle for something that like maybe doesn't look that good, but I think it looks good enough just because I think it's fun. But over here, I can look for, you could do top 3 or you could do breakfast, lunch, and dinner with these. If you're going to do top 3, something that looks really cute is going into the shells, into the summer labels. We were just in there. And I could grab 1, 2, and 3 from here. 1, 2, 3. And then you could put like a little rounded label on that. Rounded labels are on here. That would look cute on the fish. I think I have a priority sticker. Oh no, right here. So like you could take the priority little rounded guy, copy that over, and paste it right on top. See what I'm doing? I'm building, okay? So every day, for the most part, depending on what I have going on, I have some kind of separation of my day, morning, afternoon, evening, afternoon, or morning, afternoon. And then I'll have sticky notes, a to-do list, maybe some meal planner stuff, and then some labels. For me, that is plenty, okay? I don't take work notes on here. If I have work notes, I'm putting that somewhere else. Let's go to my labels. It's also really fun to just like look around your different stickers and find a cute border. Like I want to try to find it. You could put a triangle at the top. You could put one of those. That would look cute. I also, in these labels, I have like different categories of different lists. You could do, I could do like a don't forget at the top. I have like little page flags. I have these that would look kind of cute, but the colors wouldn't look great. Let's go into one of my label bundles. So in the 12-month labels and days throughout the whole thing, I have like a bunch of stickers on any month that you could use. So for example, if I like this one, I could pop this blue today up here and then put the date. I don't like that color. But you guys see what I'm doing? I'm slowly building a daily. We are still in May. Why do I feel like we've been in May for a while? I'm going to copy this over. I don't hate that. It's not my favorite, but this is an example, although I would end up using this. And then let's go into maybe these. These are my shapes. See, I think this color would look better. You know where we could go? Bubble. Let's go to bubble and get the blue. Maybe we'll get the light blue. Copy. So you don't need every single pack, but I would say, and just like I stated in my beginner video, you need a labels pack. 12-month labels and days probably has the most variety. Bubble labels, they'll all look like this. You can also pop a little daily planner bubble right underneath May. Like that. I think that looks so cute, May daily. And then you can do the actual day of the week, which I think maybe a little page flag would look cute. Today is Wednesday. Let's pop a little page flag. And so someone once said, and I don't love the idea of this. I just talked about this last night. Someone once said my planning is kind of like collaging. I don't love the idea of a collage. Like, for some reason, that doesn't excite me. But it really is. It's basically a collage. It's funky paper with some plain stickers. So that is, to me, what a daily should look like, okay? Just a page that you can, like, jot and brain dump and make it cute. Part of the fun for me is doing the actual page. Again, if you don't like it, go to my pre-decorated, and you guys can still use this kind of method with not having to actually make the planner yourself. Now, for a weekly is different for me. For a weekly, I'm going to go into my 2025 planner, and I'm going to go, so this would technically be the first one in June. This is not going to be probably the weekly I'll actually use, but this is an example. So the first thing I do sometimes, not all the time, sometimes I'll go to my stickers and I'll go to my themes. And I'll stick to a whole theme. So it'll either be like a sardine theme, it'll be a watermelon theme, a citrus theme, a mushroom. So the whole thing is basically built off the one pack. And then within that pack, I'm using a theme pack as well as the staples, okay? So jammy fruit is one of my favorites. I do have a pre-decorated with that already. So let's do an ice cream weekly, okay? Let's do an ice cream weekly. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get paper. Now, for a theme that is like colorful and bright like the ice cream, a lot of the times I will go to my digital paper and I will get the striped paper or like gingham or something like that. Let's use this actually. It kind of looks like a cone. This is my neutral gingham. So that kind of looks like an ice cream cone. So I paste that down. Again, I don't want super busy paper and then super busy themes. Like I wouldn't want to pick a shell background with ice cream. It would just be too much. So I'm going to go back to my themes. I'm going to go back to the ice cream pack. And let's see in here if I have anything for a weekly. Not really, okay? So one of the things, now I could use these. That could look really cute. Actually, I really like this idea. I just want to see one thing. Hold on. This would be a really cute weekly. One, they changed this freaking thing. 2, 3. I just want to see if this would look cute. So I'm kind of letting my creativity run. If you don't like this, you're going to go into Color Dictionary, and I'll show you guys how to do that. I'm just going to duplicate this. So this is an option for a weekly that could be kind of adorable. And you could come here and put, for weeklies, you guys, I like to do Monday through Friday because I always do a weekend planner, but you don't have to do that. You could come here and you could put, I want to get the rounded. Let's go back to rounded. So you see what I'm doing? I'm letting my creativity run. If you have like a lot of anxiety and you're constantly stressed, this would be really, really relaxing for you. And it is. So I'm going to grab Monday through Friday, and I'm actually going to put the little scoopers, Monday, Tuesday, I just got an email. Okay. So I know you can't see the colors that well of the labels, but this color would have looked better. But I'm not going to go ahead and change all of them because this is an example. But I actually might end up using this in some kind of pre-decorated. This is really cute. So you can come here and then you can come into, if you go into my stickers, no. Quick planning, I think I put them in here. I have these adorable AM, PM, AM, noon, PM. So like you could grab these. I'm going to do a neutral. And you could actually do for every day. I don't like these colors. Again, I would pick a darker color and I would change it if I cared, but that would actually be an adorable weekly. And then for the weekend, I released these summer planning shapes the other day. These are a lot more in depth than you think. I know what you're thinking. I'm just looking at these and being like, oh, it's a stupid shell. No, these are really fun. You could do Saturday and Sunday here, or you can do Saturday and Sunday on a different page. It's totally up to you. Or you could do the ice cream. Like you could do Saturday, Sunday. These are really fun. You could write in these. I love these for like labels. But that's kind of how you build a weekly. Now, again, if I was really doing this, I probably would have changed the colors. I would have picked a darker gingham background maybe. This is the neutral gingham paper. I love it. But building a weekly is going to be the same thing. You're going to pick your shapes. Now, if you wanted to use the ice cream pack, but you don't like this idea, another thing that you could do is you could go into Color Dictionary and get some neutral circles. And let's do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We need a darker. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then you could go back to the ice cream pack. Okay. Themes. Where are you? I thought it was just on top. No? Am I looking right at it? Sardines. No. Okay, I have to look for it. Ice cream everything. Okay. So in the ice cream everything packs, I have these really cute scoops. And you could actually come here and pop them right on top. And then write the days of the week on here. Okay. So it's super cute. I'm going to make this a little bit, I kind of like it a little bit more like funky. Okay. Something like that. And then you could do like your big daily planner. I think I did the daily plans in the pink. And make this a whole spread. Okay, you can use the date dots. You can use your popsicle stand. I have a bunch of labels in here. I'm going to do a budget theme with this. You could also pop your little ice cream shop right at the bottom here. So again, you want to get your basics down. When I think of a weekly, I think of get every day of the week. And I'm on my weekly writing only things where I have like a commitment, okay? I don't put everything I do in a week on my weekly planner. I just don't. I don't feel the need to. I have it in my monthly. I use it as just like, do I have any appointments? Do I have any set plans with friends? And that's it. That's it. And a little to-do list. I stopped doing the to-do list as much on my weeklies though, because I feel like I am now obsessed with the lists, okay? I've talked about this video. Oh no, this is my summer planning. I've talked about this a bunch. These are my to-do lists. I now love these and I feel like these give me such peace of mind. I don't feel the need to go in and write a whole to-do list on my weekly. Sometimes I do. Most of the time I don't. Most of the time I don't. My planning method has changed since I started, but it's a beautiful thing because the reason I even got here and have Digitalcourt to what it is because I was so sick of being stuck in a planning method. It never worked for me. So my method has changed over the year and it might change again. Maybe I'll get sick of the list. I don't see that happening because it's so convenient, but you never know. And so, I don't know. It's definitely evolved and I love it so much. Your guys can evolve as well. And I hope that this video kind of helped. Now, every pack in my Etsy will help build a weekly or a daily of some sort. You don't need all of them at once. stick to the planning staples and pick a few themes that you want to get started with and let it run from there. Obviously, it's summer. I would get the watermelon, the ice cream, like fun stuff like that. And you can use them year after year because, you know, I don't sell dated things. So I hope this video helped anyone that's new and wanting to start building their own daily and weeklies. It is really fun. It's a great way to relax at the end of the day or in the beginning of the day. So I will see you guys in my next video. Make sure you're subscribed and you thumbs up and comment and do all the things. I love you guys.